This is just about to be the norm. Me just sounding like this. Literally like the whole, like when you think about it, I'm gonna go back and listen to a season, maybe last season or maybe this season. I feel like the progression is like this is what I sound like at the end of a season and then at the beginning. So like through
Oh,
November, January, February,
yeah.
March, and then I'm clear. My sinuses are clear for all these months and then it come right back
Mm.
to struggle. So I apologize to the Strange Gang that we have to end the season with me sounding like this again, but you should be used to it. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a tradition.
tradition. Oh, we can also make this a tradition. You gonna do it this year?
Do what? No.
5 fat turkeys
No.
are we.
I saw it in your face. I was like,
We spent all
no.
night in a tree. Wait, I should change it up every year. Like do a different style of genre. Let's see. Last year, how did I sing it last year? I did it just regular, huh? No,
I
I
guess that's
operatic.
what it
It was
was.
kind of operatic. She said, "I guess." I don't know what it was. It was operatic. I would say it was operatic.
Okay.
Let's do a. I can
Negro
rap it this year.
spiritual. Oh, okay.
5 fat turkeys are we.
That sound
We
like last
spent
year.
all night in a tree. No, it doesn't. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found.
You
So
sound like Donnie McClurkin.
I mean, that's a compliment. I'm not even going. I accept it as
Oh
a
man.
compliment.
I thought you was about to start singing "We Fall Down."
We fall down. Oh. That's gonna be my song for the summer. I was gonna say for the summer. That's gonna. You know what? If we were picking themes for the year, that's my
I am
theme for the
crying.
year.
What? We fall down.
Yeah. For a
Okay.
saint, it's justice. And the fact though that I feel like I know that song and all the ad-libs because I listen to it about every day. Get back up again. Okay.
Oh man.
We know y'all didn't come here for this, but you know.
I mean, we gotta make it light because this story is pretty heavy. So, trigger warning.
Top of the morning to ya, strangers. I'm Britt. Or evening. Top of the morning, evening on.
I was gonna say, I'm Dee.
And welcome to another episode of It's a Strange World After All. The podcast where we discuss true crime cases, the supernatural, urban legends, conspiracy theories, Dee's cracking her knuckles, and all of the things.
Dang, they
that
probably couldn't even hear that.
The world strange. No, you can hear it because I be having to edit it out.
My knuckles. I was gonna say I crack my knuckles every time.
I be like, oh my God, here she go again. Wait,
and
here
then
we
I
go
have it
again.
under the. And I'll be having my hands under the table, but
it does not help. I was like, you be shuffling too. I don't know if you like move your legs back and forth or something you do.
So, and then like sometimes I'll be like rocking.
Yes, you can hear that too. I'll be like, D, be still.
I can't be still.
No, I get it. I'd be like, little anxious energy. Little Miss Anxious Energy. I'm gonna make you one. I'm gonna give her locks and everything. I'm gonna see if I can get one custom made for you.
Okay.
But she gonna have glasses. We have come to our season finale. Our season motherfucking 2 season finale.
Season 2. It don't even doesn't feel real. Because you remember when we first started, we were saying the same thing. It still doesn't feel real.
No, it doesn't. Man. I listened to the very first episode a week ago, just to get a little nostalgia, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just remember the day it snowed in Texas and we were just sitting in the dining room.
Yep. Well, I was gonna say smoking. I know for sure the Bobby Dunbar episode, because that was 420, but
yeah, that's true.
And I listened to that one again. I was like, it's still, the situation is not funny, but the whole point about it not hitting you that he was missing, and you literally just said he was missing.
I said he was missing without a trace. And I was like, wait, the boy is missing?
Man.
I remember that. Go listen to that if you haven't. Even if you have, go listen to that. Go listen to some of those first episodes.
Please. This is the season finale, but we'll sprinkle in some bonus episodes. So
yeah,
be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, because we watch a lot of movies, documentaries, and we talk about it anyway. So you might as well use it. Yeah. I would say, just like last year, I would just like to know, I guess we can make this a tradition too, because it's a tradition in my household. What are we thankful for? You can find at least one thing to be thankful for, to be grateful for every day, even if it's an obvious generic answer. Look at your face.
Oh, you waiting on me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was asking you. I was like, why she sitting there looking like that?
Let's see. You know, I really hate this. I hate it
don't
so
say that, because then
much.
everybody's gonna be like, oh no, D hates everything.
No, I don't know. I guess it's just the whole thing of being put on the spot.
Oh, you didn't think I was gonna do it this year? I did it last year.
No, I'm saying in general, I hate it.
Oh, I was like, I would have said something.
Because, I mean, it's obvious. To me, I just feel like it's obvious what everybody is thankful for. So why do you have to keep?
You think?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because everybody always says the same thing. What I'm about to say, I'm thankful for.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
My family. I'm thankful for waking up. I'm thankful for,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody doesn't say that they're thankful for their podcast, though. That's one of the things I'm thankful for.
But I mean, that's obvious for us.
I mean, I could actually be like, hey, bro, I hate it. This is actually my last episode. Fucking mic drop. The drama.
Look, we should start a fake drama so we can get some views or something. No, I ain't even gonna put that out there. Because I know, why do people do that? Why make up stuff to go viral?
I'll make stuff up. I thought you were talking about the thankful again.
Oh
no, it wasn't. You trying to avoid? You sitting up here trying to avoid the damn question.
I already said what I'm thankful. I answered it.
Oh, okay.
My life, my family, and the podcast.
I'm thankful for my father. I'm thankful for my mother. I'm thankful for my brother. Like, what about this?
See, you playing?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I truly am thankful for the podcast. I truly am. I'm also thankful. Hold on, let me take a sip of my wine. Woo. Okay. And you know what? I am truly. I was not being extra. I'm truly thankful for the women in my life. I'm truly thankful for like you and my mom and my best friend. I'm truly and my other best friends that I like grew up with since kindergarten. Courtney, Brittany. I'll say names: Courtney, Brittany, Trish, you, and my mom. It's been a pretty the beginning of the year was okay, but then the second half of the year has been pretty rough, and you guys have really been there for me. So I'm truly thankful for that.
Well, thank you. And
thanks.
Could you hear my stomach?
No.
That's all. You done went and got all for real and my stomach just growling. But I was going to say, honestly, I could say the same thing because, I mean, yeah. Because it's been a struggle, yeah.
Life, man. Adulting is ghetto.
Yes, it really is.
Oh my gosh, Dee, did you realize by next season I will be there?
I know. Yeah, and we can really get to work. Not that we're not working now, but like with everything else, this and everything else.
Oh, and then I guess because the second question that I asked was, what are you most looking forward to for the new year? But I guess maybe we
we just said it. Yeah. Okay. We ready?
Yes, ma'am.
After 30 minutes. Okay.
After 30 fucking minutes. Oh my gosh.
And I was about to say something else, but I'm gonna get into it.
Focus.
I'll tell you.
Who needs sleep, D? Who needs sleep when you're having fun? I literally have tears in my eye. You should have took off because you should have called in because you knew this was the last episode. You knew we could be doing this till 12 midnight.
On Thanksgiving, a Texas family receives a mysterious briefcase on their front doorstep. The contents of the briefcase would result in the killing of 3 members of the family and an alleged wrongful conviction. In today's episode, we discuss the Blount Family Bombing.
On Thanksgiving Day, November 28th, 1985, in the Hilltop Mobile Home Park between Lake Worth, which feels weird because I want to say Fort Worth. Lake Worth. Between Lake Worth and Azle, Texas, members of the Blount family were celebrating the holiday together. The family included 44-year-old Joe Blount, his wife Susan, their 15-year-old daughter Angela, their son Robert, Joe's brother Carl Ray, and Ray's son Michael Columbus. Right? Columbus. It's Columbus.
You are stupid. So I don't know why they call him Ray, but because his name is Carl, but I don't think Ray is his middle name.
Right.
But if it comes up again, I think I'd put him as Ray instead of Carl.
Okay.
After they ate Thanksgiving dinner, Ray went home at around 5:00 p.m. Around 9:00 p.m., Susan went to lie down. So all the articles said she was taking a nap, but I was like, she went to sleep because it's 9:00.
Exactly. You ain't ever took a nap at 9:00?
It's like only person I've ever known to take like late naps like that is Boss. And I'm like, you might as well just go to sleep.
I do that. I'll fall asleep on the couch. I'll be like, this is my pre-nap, my pre-bedtime nap. Because I'll be up for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour before. And then, like take my nap, be up for like another hour and then fall back to sleep. It just feels good.
That is pointless. You might as well just go to bed. That is
no, because you're not quite ready to go to bed. It's usually like around 7 to 9 when you're like, okay, maybe I can make it to midnight. And it's like, okay, well, if I take this nap, then if I have something to do, I can take it till midnight. You know what I mean? Ask your sister.
Not
I feel
really.
like she do. We talked about this. She do the same thing. Because I be too tired to stay up until midnight. So I'm like, I just need to close my eyes for like 2 hours.
Why is that your goal to stay up till midnight?
I don't know. It's because I probably procrastinated on something like, let's say, editing. And I'm like, let me get 2 hours of sleep so I can edit for like 2 hours.
Okay. That is weird to me. Joe drove Robert, Angela, and Michael to a convenience store to buy ice cream and beer. Not long after they left, Susan heard a knock at the door. She looked out the window but didn't see anyone, so she went back to sleep.
When the rest of the family returned home, there was a briefcase on the doorstep. The 3 teenagers were excited because they thought there may have been money or jewels inside the briefcase. So, I just wanted to know, would you have opened the briefcase or would you have taken the briefcase? Like, what would you have done if you find a random briefcase, you hear the knock on the door, you don't see anybody. Oh, but these are the kids that are coming home and finding the briefcase.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you just showed up and there was a briefcase on your doorstep, what would you do with it?
I'd throw it in the trash or like sit it on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. Cause that to me, that's suspicious. So I wouldn't even,
It
yeah.
is
Cause at first I
sus.
was going to say I would have kicked it. But then I was like, oh.
I just pictured you chunking it. I was like, D probably would have tossed it.
Yeah.
Or no, because you wouldn't even
Yeah.
touch it. Yeah, you would have kicked it. Like,
Yeah. But then
I
like if
don't
you
know what
kick
this
it and then
is.
it open, yeah. So I would probably I put it in the trash or like sit it somewhere away from the house.
Like my first inclination, because I worked in hospitality. In hospitality, they teach you like if you see like mysterious bags or briefcases, suitcases left over and it's there for a long time, or you find it, like don't touch it. It's probably like drugs or a bomb. So
Oh
like
yeah.
I would think that, but then because it's a briefcase, I'd probably be like, dang, well, what if it's money? But then I'd be like, well, if it's money, it's probably drug money anyway, and I'm not trying to get shot. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't know nobody coming
Yeah.
after me, like, steal
Yeah.
my briefcase. Like, meh.
But then too, you got to remember though, these are teenagers.
No, I know. I'm trying to think even as a teenager, I'd probably be like, y'all, there's, I don't know. I was scary. So I've always been scary. So I'm scary all my life. So I don't know. Of real life things, not like supernatural things.
Oh yeah. But if you're a teenager and you find this briefcase and you think it could be money inside of it, most likely you're gonna take it. So I see why. Looking at it from their
Their
standpoint.
perspective.
Yeah.
They brought the briefcase inside, and as soon as Angela opened the latches, it exploded. Joe, Angela, and Michael were killed instantly in the explosion. So
Yeah.
that is freaking crazy.
Yeah, cause like so I'm trying to see cause the mom, when she heard the knock, she probably didn't get right up. Cause I don't think she went to the door. She just got up and looked out the window. And I don't even know if
Right.
she could have seen the briefcase from looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So to come home, find a briefcase and open it and it's a bomb, like that, like why? Why would
Right,
anybody
exactly.
do something like that?
Exactly. And you're just a regular family. You're not like a
Yep.
president or a senate. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Robert survived despite being close by when the explosion occurred. He sustained superficial injuries and his slippers were melted into his feet by the heat. That, man,
That's intense. You
that
know,
is.
what episode was that? Mary Riesler, is that her name?
Yeah, the
The
combustion.
spontaneous
Yeah.
combustion. Yeah, how her feet were still in her slippers. That's what that makes me think of.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I don't know. It just
A
kind of
little,
made me think of
yeah.
that episode a little bit.
Yeah, because of her foot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy too, because her foot was like the only thing left besides like her skull.
Yeah. Listen to that one too. If you haven't
Yeah.
listened to it. Mary Riesler. Spontaneous
Reeser.
human combustion. Reeser. That's what I said.
You said Riesler. Are you drinking Riesling?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Not at all.
Okay. Police spent months combing through the damaged trailer and interviewing hundreds of people without finding anything conclusive. There was a theory that the bomb was left at the wrong trailer, which prevented identifying the intended victim. This made identifying the perpetrator nearly impossible. So, since they didn't even know who it was meant for, they don't even have leads. Because at
Right.
least if you knew who it was meant for, you could be like, okay, who are their enemies? Why would somebody want to do this?
Yes.
But
Yes,
this
you would
is
have
just a
motive.
random family. So, yeah.
It's crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And this was, oh, wait.
What?
When was this? We said this was 85.
85.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe I've never heard of this one.
Yeah, same. My reason different from your reason because you were actually,
Oh, yeah.
you're old. So,
Dang.
you were alive in the 80s.
Not 85.
No, I know. I wouldn't do you like that. What
I
was
was
it?
born in
86 though?
86.
Isn't it just 1 year? I was about to
Yeah.
say, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Do you see my whole face change? Because I was like, I wouldn't do you
I
like
wonder
that.
where she
Hold
go
up.
check. I was like, where did
86.
she go catch it?
And then wait, because you was born. Hold on, because this probably ain't even a full year.
What you talking about, the month?
Yeah.
I was born in
It was
August.
November though. I
Yeah,
know. So I gave
Thanksgiving.
you a year.
Yeah.
I give you. That's funny. In June 1997, the Blount Family Bombing case was reopened. During the reinvestigation, a man, Charles Jack Ferris, came forward alleging that his cellmate had confessed to the bombing. His cellmate was Michael Roy Toney. Michael Toney was born on December 29th, 1965 in Cottonwood, California.
So I just put a note in there that from this point, we're going to be calling him Tony instead of Michael because that's what he went by. So people
Tony.
refer to him as Tony.
Tone. His mother worked in local taverns and would bring home several men who would beat her and her sons.
When Tony was 10 years old, one of her boyfriends strapped him to a chair, duct taped his wrists, and set his hands on fire.
Why?
What? Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. When he was 15, another one of her boyfriends attacked him with a fishing gaff and gouged a huge hole in his hip.
Why?
Yeah. What makes people...
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's probably like the cycle of abuse, like because you were abused, you abuse somebody else. So
Yeah.
but I mean it's inexcusable. And then like why are you
Yeah.
picking on people that are like smaller than you? Like that's messed up. Like
Yeah.
and then it wasn't even like you could have easily like just hit them and it would have been enough to hurt them, you know what I mean? You don't have to like
Yeah.
strap them to the chair and burn their hands, and it's like what in the world? Like what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and then she just kept bringing these men. Like, what kind of mother?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. Great. I know it's probably like a survival thing though, like because they probably didn't have much money, but still, like it would
Oh,
cost.
yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tony married a woman named Kim when he was 38, but they would eventually divorce. So, disclaimer, I believe her name was Kim because in a lot of articles, they kept saying they didn't know her name. But then in like maybe, I think like 2 other articles, they said her name was Kim. So we're going to go with Kim.
Kim. Okay.
Yeah.
Charles told authorities this information about Tony in exchange for his release. Police interviewed Tony's ex-wife, Kim, and at first she told detectives that he had nothing to do with the bombing. However, when the seriousness of the crime was explained to her, she changed her story. Soon after, Tony was indicted for capital murder. So
Yeah, because I don't think she knew. Yeah, I don't think she knew people died. So I don't know. Because this is if this story is true.
okay. So you
Yeah.
think it was just never mind. You're right. Yeah, that she didn't think anybody got hurt and then they
Yeah.
told her and she was
Yeah. And
like,
then she was like,
okay, I got to
yeah.
tell the truth. The
Yeah.
truth in quotation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Months passed, and Charles Ferris changed his story about Tony's confession to the crime. Charles said they both came up with a story to get him out of jail earlier. And you know what? Why would Tony do that for you to get out of jail early? Unless he just
Right. I was
stuck
no,
there,
go ahead.
unless he
Unless he
just in there
would.
for life or something.
That's what I was thinking because I thought
Because
that
ain't no
too at
way.
first. D
Yeah.
right, but then I was like, well, maybe he is gonna. Maybe he was just like, well, I'm going to be here anyway,
Yeah.
so might as
Yeah.
well.
He told investigators Tony and me made up the entire thing, but the case still went to trial. The trial started in May 1999 in Fort Worth, Texas. Susan and Robert Blount gave their testimonies about what happened that night. The jury heard the testimonies from Tony's ex-wife, his ex-best friend, and another cellmate. So even though this man just told y'all, oh yeah, we lied, they still took it to trial. But then it's like, you can't trust felons. I mean, well, never mind.
You can't trust felons. No, I mean, there's obviously caveats to that. You know what I mean? Like, there's obviously different circumstances. But yeah, I don't know. But maybe they could have just been like, well, no, we've come this far. We have something that we could put on somebody. So
that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. That's weird. Or maybe they thought he was trying to protect him. Maybe they thought he was afraid. I don't know.
Don't know.
Kim said she, Tony, and his best friend, Chris Meeks, went to a propane shop near the Hilltop Mobile Home Park. She said Tony got out of the truck with a briefcase and disappeared. Kim said he came back without the briefcase and they went to the nature center for several hours. Is Tony the type of person like you can't ask him nothing? Like, does she seem like she's afraid of him? Because I say that because I myself would have been like, where are you going? Where are you taking this briefcase?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I have to know. And I'd be like, why you didn't come back with it? First of all, nigga, why you got a briefcase?
Why are we going to a propane shop?
And you got a briefcase.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Because, I mean, if you're a criminal, it ain't like you was walking around with briefcases. What you need a briefcase for? Like, think about that, D. Really let that soak in. You was not a businessman.
We don't even know he was a criminal. I mean, well, he was in jail already. You was not a businessman,
Tony. What was he in jail for? What was he in jail for?
I don't know.
Oh, he wasn't a damn businessman because businessmen commit like federal crimes. It's either death or federal crimes. Like they are usually in the federal penitentiary. So, was he in there for writing hot checks?
We never know. He could have been.
That's true. And I would have questioned it. I would have been like, man, where you going with this? And why you come back without the briefcase? What was in that damn briefcase? That's what I would have said.
Unless she thought it was money and he was giving somebody some money. Because I'm pretty sure she knew he was like a criminal.
Yeah, okay.
Allegedly I don't know. We don't know what he did to be in jail.
And then this the 80s. So people would have actually kept their money in briefcases back then.
Yeah.
I know. I watch film. So I watch movies from like the 1980s and I'm like, okay, briefcases, bright colors, cool dance moves, sick dance moves. The 80s. The 80s. Big hair.
Lord.
Okay.
The other cellmate, Finis Blankenship, testified that Tony told him he was paid $5,000 for the murders. He also said the murders were a part of a drug-related hit, but the bomb was left at the wrong doorstep. This testimony proved to the jury that Tony had a motive for the crime. So there's your alleged motive. Money.
It was $5,000. What was that in the 80s? That does not feel like a lot. That's true. It just does not. I mean, what is it? How does inflation work? Double it? So $10,000, 20, 30.
But then you got to think about like where they were.
What that mean? Hold on. You talking about because it was like a small town?
Yeah.
Or Texas? Oh, I thought you was coming from Texas. I was like, you done moved out and just think you better than us.
I'm talking about because it was a small town and how he grew up. That was probably a lot of money to him.
That's true. How do you get the wrong doorstep though?
I mean, not to be, I'm not even trying to be funny, but it was a trailer park and I feel like a lot of those look the same.
Oh, they're numbered weird too, though.
Yeah. So.
I've done Amazon Flex, and anytime I have to go, I'm like, wait a minute, these numbers, or they're like small because they're like right on the side of the building.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give
That's
you
what
that.
I'm thinking.
That's sad. Now a whole family, not a whole family, but the majority of the family is dead because you got the wrong house.
Yeah.
But this is never something that he said out of his mouth, that they witnessed him
No.
saying out of his mouth, right?
This
Okay.
is coming from Kim, his ex-best friend Chris, and then the other cellmate Finnis. This is all what they're saying.
Okay. Tony took the stand and testified that he didn't know the trailer park existed until shortly before his arrest in 1997. He also disputed Kim and Chris's testimony that he was driving a truck the night of November 28th. He claimed he hadn't bought the truck until December 13th. This is what drives me crazy about cases like this or cases in general, because people lie. And it's like, who's telling the truth and who's lying?
Yep.
I hate the way that I said lie. Lie? That's how it sounded like I said it. They just lie.
And like, again, it sounds normal to me because that's probably
like,
how I say it.
Your brain was like, lie. They just lie.
Yep.
But no, that's frustrating. That's what frustrated me about freaking Adnan's case, because it was so much conflicting. There were so much conflicting statements that it was like, damn, who lying and who telling the truth? And then like with Jay, it's like, dang, if you are lying, like you are just lying. Like it was lie after lie after lie after lie.
Yep.
Like who lies like that? That's scary.
That really is. It's like,
yes.
why?
And yeah, if they're lying, you're lying on this man.
For what?
Yeah, for what? And you could change the trajectory of his life. Like if he was going to make parole, he's not going to be eligible after this. Yeah.
Yep. Michael Roy Tony was found guilty and sentenced to death. Shortly after Tony was convicted and sentenced, discrepancies were found in the case. At the time, Finnis was facing 2 counts of indecency with a child and habitual criminal charges. So he was just out here. Habitual criminal charge? I've never heard it worded like that.
Habitual.
So,
you is a habitual criminal. You be committing habitual crimes.
Yes.
Me neither.
Crazy.
That means he's not credible. He's not a credible source in my book.
Yeah. He said he agreed to testify against Tony in exchange for having the charges dropped. He admitted his testimony was a lie.
That's another thing. People are always looking out for themselves. Like people are always trying to cut. Not everyone. I'm not going to make a generalization, but it seems like, especially watching, like the first 48 and stuff like that, it seems like people are self-serving, and it's like, oh, I can do this and get out. Okay. I can lie and get out. Okay.
You done told for the ultimate feast. That always.
For the ultimate feast.
That smoking gets me every time. I know.
In that one show, that Devil-Town show, one of the ladies, they did that to her. They literally were depriving her cigarettes. They were like, come on, tell us. Like they were feeding her stuff like, say he did it. Like you know that he touched those children or something like that. And he'd be like, you want a hot one. You want to feel it in between your fingers. And she was like, I just want a cigarette. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that's messed up. That is messed up.
Yeah. Anything to fit their narrative, though.
Yeah.
Chris Meek's testimony did not coincide with all of Kim's testimony, and he changed his story 4 times. Failed the polygraph test, and in 2001, he signed an affidavit taking back what he said. Chris said, my testimony about the events that happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1985, may not have happened on that day. So.
But then he still didn't come out and say he didn't do it. He just said it might not have happened on that day. But I mean, I guess that is kind of saying he didn't do it because we know what day it happened. It was Thanksgiving. So.
Right.
But then, so he should have just said he didn't do it. Because by him wording it like that, because I was going to say by him wording it like that, it still makes it seem like they went to the propane shop and basically did everything, but not on that specific day.
Yeah, maybe he felt like he couldn't because he had already he didn't want to make it seem like he was lying, I would think, just to get that like plea bargain.
Oh, yeah.
I think he wanted to just make it look like he wasn't really a credible source, or like he just didn't have the facts clear so it couldn't be used against Tony in the end, but not messing up like what he had going on, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, why would he word it like that? Why wouldn't he just say, I lied? Because the other guy was like, I lied.
Because can't you get in trouble for like making like a false report or
You
making a false
can.
statement? Yeah.
That's perjury. They lied on the stand.
Yes, yes. So
But the
maybe he
other
was like,
guy,
well, I don't want to.
the other guy though, who was it? Finnis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Finnis. He said, I lied. I just did it because I wanted my charges dropped. Basically, that's what he said.
I know, but maybe
So,
maybe even that, maybe they tried to pin it as like a coercion. Like I was coerced to do this because they
oh,
offered
I
me
see.
this.
Yeah.
Like maybe it wasn't just like, yeah, I lied on my own free will.
Oh,
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it was like, okay, well, I did this, but they brought this to me, because then you could just be like, oh, I was bullied into doing this or
yeah.
coerced into doing this. Is
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
The Tarrant County District Attorney's Office had withheld 14 pieces of evidence that were key to Tony's defense. So yeah, they really didn't have a case against him and they were just making stuff up. Cuz how are you going to
Right, basically.
withhold 14 pieces of evidence?
The DA. I mean, that's what the DA does. In my research
True.
of watching like How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, watching my TV shows, um, feels like the DA's office is always just fishing. And then it almost feels like too when you try to call them out, like if it's like an Innocence Project situation or like someone's wrongfully incarcerated, it feels like they still try to hold on tight to
Yeah.
the decision that they made. And it's like, if you made a mistake, just be like, oh, we made a mistake. Like,
Perfect example, the James Joseph Richardson case. Because
mm-hmm.
they knew from the beginning that that man didn't do that. They
They
just,
didn't have enough evidence for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, go back and listen to that one too.
Then you had the babysitter. Then you had well, never mind. You said listen to it. I don't want to give it away. But yeah, you had the babysitter who had a questionable background. And it's like, this
Yep,
fits this narrative. So maybe you should go this way. Stop going after this man.
exactly. The state of Texas dropped all charges against Tony and he was released on September 2nd, 2009.
Oh, 2009 represent. We ain't gonna talk about the importance of 2009, but just 2009 represent. Uh Michael Tony died in a car accident a month later on October 3rd, 2009, near Rusk, Texas. Since his death, the Blount family bombing case has become inactive. It is currently believed to not be under investigation, and the case remains unsolved. Final thoughts?
This one is tough because do I think he did it? I don't know. Because why would they all like be plotting against him? His ex-wife, the ex-best friend, two cellmates. But then the cellmates, they were just trying to get out of jail, so that's why they did it. But
Right.
the ex-best friend and the ex-wife, why would they lie like that? And
Maybe they were
then
having an affair. That's a stretch, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
true,
Seriously.
true. And then it does seem like they were trying to pin it on him because they had nothing to go on. They
Right.
had nothing. So out of the blue, this guy was like, oh yeah, my cellmate just confessed to this. So now they're like, oh, we got him. Let's just get it over with. And then the fact that he died a month after getting released, I was like, what?
It's really suspicious. It's really
Yeah.
suspicious.
I mean, is it? I mean, I don't know because it was a car accident. But I mean,
Oh, that's true, but I
yeah.
don't know. Maybe it is a coincidence. I don't know. It feels really suspicious, but then I guess if it is suspicious, then maybe he did have something to do with that and somebody was trying to clean up before he told the truth. I don't
Oh,
know. I'm getting a little too deep. I feel like this is not even, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting a
yeah.
little too deep.
I was thinking about
I
that
don't
too when
know.
I was researching, because I was like, none of this to me makes sense. Like, did he do it? Did he not do it? Like, and then for him, he said he had never even heard of that mobile home before.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know.
That could very well be the case though, because when you think of cases like the what do you call it? Central Park Five, exonerated fives,
Mm-hmm.
or when you think of like what's another case? What did we do? Why can I not never think of the names of any?
The San
Anthony
Antonio?
Porter.
Oh,
Oh, or the San Antonio, Anthony Porter. It
yeah.
literally was like people feeding them what to say, or even with the satanic panic. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
those psychologists were feeding them what to say. And then it's like in your mind, you're thinking, okay, well, who would make this up? How could you make this up? There's no way that you can make this up. But then it's like, oh, well, no, actually, they made it up. It was either someone normal coerced them to say these things, or even like
Mm-hmm.
the police. It was like, dang, y'all are corrupt. Like in the Anthony Porter situation, y'all bullied this man into saying that
That he
he
did
did
it.
this.
Yeah.
Exonerated five. Y'all bullied those young boys into saying they did this. And it's like, dang. So that could happen.
Yeah, because if you go back, Kim, in the beginning, she said he didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yep,
And
she sure
then
did.
it wasn't until they were like, well, this is what he did. And I think they could have maybe threatened her. Like, if you don't tell us the truth, then what is it called? You're an accomplice
Yeah.
if you're like withholding information. So maybe she got scared and was like, oh yeah, he did it. So
Maybe. Yeah, they're very intimidating. Then you're always threatening to put someone in prison and you're going to go to jail for your
yeah.
life. And
And then her story didn't match up with Chris's story, because I couldn't find Chris's story. Like, it didn't really go too much into what he said, but Kim was the one who said they went to the propane shop. He got a briefcase. He got out of the truck. When he came back, he didn't have it. But Chris, I couldn't really find like what his actual testimony was.
right.
It just said it didn't line up with Kim's. And they were all supposed to be there that day. So I don't know.
I don't know why people would just lie like that though. Like I get you trying
Yeah.
to get out, but like especially if you are responsible for the reason why you're there, just stay. Like don't put anybody else's life on the line or freedom on the line because you don't want to be there. You're trying to be self-serving.
Yeah. That's true.
That is
And
crazy.
then the fact that they're not even investigating the case anymore. But I don't even think they can, because they wasted all that time going after him. And if it wasn't him,
They
like,
have
nothing.
nothing. They have no other leads. I was thinking about that too because I was like, and not to be like insensitive by any means, but what if it is really just Tony literally had nothing to do with it. This was just something that they heard that somebody bullied them into doing. So they were like, yeah, he did it. And then like, we just don't know. Like, we just have no idea who did this. And it could have been something completely random. And it could have been that it was meant for the wrong door, but we'll never know
Yeah.
because
And I
we have no
honestly
lead.
think it had to have been the wrong door.
Yeah.
I think we know that, but because it was the wrong door, you don't know who it was intended for. So how can you know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's sad. This one is tough because this is one of the ones that you know for a fact is never going to be solved.
Right. No. Unless somebody comes forward and it was like, I think that
Yeah.
was intended for me.
Yeah,
But
or
yeah, no.
unless somebody comes forward and is like, I did it, like a deathbed confession or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That, I don't want to say it, but if I have to say it, I'll say it. That is all, folks. I'm gonna get emotional. That is all, folks.
I mean, yes, it's our season finale. Yeah, we are kind of sad about that, but I mean, we're still going to be working on bonus episodes, so
Yes,
at
that is true.
least we have that to look forward to. And then it's probably going to go by just like that. And then when we come back, we'll be together.
That's true. And then we'll try to maybe do a live or so in that. Maybe we'll see what the holidays look like. I said alive. I was turning my head like Stevie Wonder. Did you see me?
Yes.
I was like this. What is wrong? She needs some milk. She needs to go to bed. I need to go to bed. We will probably do some lives here or there, guys. So.
Yeah. Please follow us on Instagram at It's a Strange World Podcast, Twitter at Pod Strange World, and on Facebook and TikTok at It's a Strange World After All. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and like the show, please go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're feeling extra strange, please write a review. And thank you.
Please and thank you. And while you are at it, share the podcast. If you genuinely like the podcast, even if you aren't sure if your friends listen to podcasts, tell them about this podcast. Just say, hey, please. I really like this. Please, I really like this podcast. You should listen to this. I know people that don't even listen to podcasts that have listened to us and are like, I will listen to you guys. And I don't even like podcasts. So please tell them. We are not your regular, schmegular true crime podcast. We are the Strange World Gang. It's worth it.
Yes.
We would love to hear from you. What did you think of this week's episode? Also, if there's anything else in the world of strange or true crime cases that you would like us to cover, let us know. If you have any personal stories involving the true crime or the supernatural, that includes conspiracy theories, Mandela effect. If you're a spiritual person and you want to talk about something spiritual like crystals or healing, we can talk about that, witchcraft, whatever you guys want to talk about. We would love to have you on the show and share them with our listeners. What?
No.
You
just threw witchcraft something in there.
I mean, whatever you want to talk about, that's still super, it's still magic, supernatural, whatever.
Yeah.
If you have any movie or documentary suggestions of the horror, thriller, slasher, and true crime genre that you would like us to review, email your submissions to it'sastrangworldafterall@gmail.com or DM us at any other social media platforms mentioned. Yeah, that'll be our bonus content for you guys.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of
the last episode of season 2.
The dramatics.
You are dang, what song was I thinking of? You're everything I wish I could be, 'cause you are the wind beneath my heart.
I did not know that's what you were singing.
Fly so high against the sky. It's the Bette Midler version. So high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, strangers. Thank you. I wish y'all could see D-Face. Thank God for you. Strangers, you are the wind beneath our wings. It's a strange world after all. And I mean, if loving you is wrong,
it's a strange world after all.
Okay.
Because I feel like you would be sitting up here singing all night.
'Cause being right, I would miss living without you, strangers in my life.
Oh, man. You didn't even sing our theme song.
Oh.
You forgot it even existed.
She's strange. But I did forget. I like the way she walked. I did. Okay, we can get through this.
Oh, man.
And thank you, guys. Thank you. Our audience has grown a bit. We appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, as always, for keeping it strange with us. I feel like if I held it, it would last longer. And it hurts like hell. I didn't think it would hurt. Go ahead, say your thank you. We gotta end it because it hurts me, y'all, to do this. It truly that we don't even get paid for this, but I love it so much. It just hurts.
It's not even funny though. I could hear the pain in your voice.
It hurts. Y'all probably about to get off and cry. Man, I'm probably about to get off, sit on my couch, play The Sims, drink some wine, and just cry. Just cry until next season. But we got it. We have to have it. We have to have it. I just love it. No, you do understand. Maybe you never been in love like I've been in love.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Come on, we can do it. Bye, you guys. See you next
3 months.
Next
Thursday. Wait, how many months?
30 Thursdays from now. I don't know. We ain't gotta get
Bye.
Bye, guys.